Hey, good morning. I'm going to do another reading. See what messages want to come through today. Got my Mermaid Sisters of the Sea deck, Oracle deck, and my Mermaid Tarot. All right. So, I don't know about you, but I've been feeling some energy the last couple days. Actually, more than a couple days, but especially the last couple days, I've had it's affected my, well, not just the last couple days, but I think with this, since the 10th, actually, July 10th, with the full moon, I've had some, I was feeling really great physically up until that point, and I had been on a 10-day trip, and I was doing great, but that day, I don't know, something kicked me in the butt, and I've been recovering, and it's interesting because I've been slowly recovering from that, but then just the last couple days there have been other symptoms that I haven't done anything to be sore in certain areas, in my all along my spine, oh my gosh, I haven't done anything to make my sacrum area really sore. I haven't done anything, so I just don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's I feel like it's all related. And it's just, I don't know, am I getting some sort of healing upgrade or something? I don't know. You know how a lot of times when you heal, it can be uncomfortable, it can be a little painful. Even when you grow, when you're growing up as a kid, and things are changing so quickly, and your body is trying to adapt and adjust very quickly to certain changes like growth, bone growth and things like that, because when you're a kid, you grow so quickly, right? Especially your legs. I don't know if you remember as a kid having really bad leg pain, growing pains. Oh, I had them so bad. And I'm not even I'm not a tall person or anything, but I totally remember those leg pains, because for whatever reason, I just had those growth spurts, and they just they are intense. Okay, well, that's kind of what I feel like I'm experiencing, and I have been experiencing growth spurts, but these are not, it's not exactly the same. This feels more spiritual growth spurts, but it's also with healing aspects of my body, and so it feels very similar to that. And actually, I feel like I did workouts. I feel like I've done workouts, and I haven't done anything. I've just been here, chilling, and it's just really strange. But anyway, I don't know if any of you are feeling any of that, with this energy of all the changes and everything that's happening, in the energy of our planet. And I was mentioning the other day to one of my daughters, about the Schumann resonance, which is the the frequency of the earth, the frequency that the earth emits, and it's been changing. It actually they measure it, and it changed on. It keeps changing, but it's like it's gradually going up. That frequency is getting higher and higher, and I'm distracted. I'm sorry. My dogs are barking. I don't know if someone's at the door. Anyway, that frequency's changing, and they have measured it, and it went up on July 8th, which was 2 days before the full moon. And since the 10th, I've been having like lots of physical stuff. Interesting. Okay, anyway, I'm going to pull an oracle card. Let's see. So I guess I'm talking about growing pains, right? Whether those are growing pains physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, growing pains. We're not meant to stay the same, right? We're meant to evolve and to grow, and we all know that growth does challenge you, and it does feel uncomfortable at times, and because it stretches you, and it just drastically changes you. So it can be pretty painful, and I've had a lot of growth, a lot of like all those things I mentioned, all those types of growth I mentioned. I've had so much over the last, especially year and a half. So it has not been an easy road for me, but it's okay. We're meant to adapt and evolve, like I said, so we're supported in that. All right, I'm gonna pull this first card. Oh, this is beautiful. I like this one. This is 25. This one's Whispers of the Ocean. Okay, I need to look at it real quick. So there's like, oh, she looks fairy-like, doesn't she? Kind of fairy-like mermaid with her two little friends coming along with her. And she's in a bed of kelp. So she's in a rich environment, and it looks like it's closer to the surface because it's, there's a lot of illumination, a lot of light. Oh, it's really funny. She has like braids or dreadlocks. I went down a rabbit hole the other day because I don't know, it was so strange. Like I've never really considered before, but like I went down this rabbit hole just like a couple days ago. I woke up going, I wonder what it would be like to have dreadlocks, like. And so I just kind of tried on the idea, and I watched like a bunch of YouTube videos, like how you create the dreadlocks, how you maintain them, how you all this stuff, and I was just like, that's so interesting. But I did decide, nah, not gonna do that, because I feel like that's even more maintenance than what I currently do. And I'm a wash and go girl, I always have been. I've always had like hair that, most of my life I've had long hair, and it's been like wash and go, like I don't do anything. I hardly style it. I just I don't know if it's that I'm lazy. I think it's just I prefer to put my energy into other things. And so I don't want to spend the time and the energy on the things that just take so much effort and so much time. And I'll do it once in a while, like for an occasion or something, then, and that's fine. But like, other than that, and I grew up kind of sort of a tomboy too, and so I was just kind of not into doing all that. Anyway, sorry, little tangents for me. Yeah, sorry about that. But anyway, Whispers of the Ocean. So maybe these two little friends have come to tell this mermaid something, like I don't know if it's a secret or if it's just messages that this mermaid needs to hear right now. I would like to think that it's like these two friends are like sort of just like messengers, like angels or something like that, where they're coming to give some sort of supportive good news to her, to help her along, just to kind of give her a little bit of support. Okay, that's what I'm gonna think. And so I'm gonna say about this that, and I'm doing these readings, okay, and I don't do this very often, but when I do them, I want you to know that the messages that I'm sharing, I'm including myself in the collective, because I don't know, I've always done that when I talk about messages and things that I get. I always include myself, because I know that I'm part of the collective, okay? I'm part of, like, we're all connected. And so I'm part of that. So the messages I give to you, I'm also giving to myself, okay? So, yeah. So I'm just going to say, so for us, I feel like maybe the message of this is pay attention to the little whisperings, the little intuitive, quiet feelings, thoughts, feelings, things that come from your heart. Pay attention to those that, especially when they feel like they're not your own. Pay attention to those messages that feel like they're, let's just say, divinely delivered, or like they're coming from source, from God. Pay attention to those messages, because those messages are meant to support you and to help you along in your journey. And they are going to be often very, very quiet whispers to your soul, okay? Yeah, so I think that's what they've done. They've come to tell her something she needs to know to help her along on the path that she's on. And a 2 and a 5, that adds up to a 7, and number 7 is like kind of a lucky number, right? Like so I'm sensing some sort of abundance with this card. Like maybe there's a secret, not secret, I keep saying secret, but what I mean is maybe there's like some sort of some sort of message coming your way to help you with realizing your potential, realizing your dreams and your purpose, and the things that are meant for us, they aren't going to pass us by. And so because the things that are meant for us, we are going to be directed and redirected along our path to be able to experience those things. So, but the way we're redirected is through these little whisperings that we have to kind of, pay attention to. Okay, let's get a tarot card to go with this. Yeah, my energy is still feeling very, not quite what my normal is. And I do need to eat soon. I just drank my celery juice, and so I'm waiting a little bit before I eat. I hope everybody is doing well today, and that you're feeling like you are supported in your life, and especially that you're feeling like you're loved. I really hope that you're feeling loved and protected and hopeful, even though the things that we see in the world right now may feel the opposite of that. They look very dark. They can look very dark, but with darkness comes light. Like the light shines through the dark. Okay, with this card, I got the High Priestess, and yeah, the High Priestess, it is kind of dark, right? She's in the dark, but she's got the illumination of the moon, and the moon is bringing in new truths, and that's what that is. These are truths that are being shared. That's what it is. So the truths being shared under the light of the moon, in the darkness, but see how she's being illuminated, like she's in a lighter space than over here in the High Priestess, because you have to go through some darkness, and then the light comes. Okay, and so she's got all these swirly, can you see that? I'm not sure what that is, but it almost looks like, sort of like kelp also, but actually it looks like, it's mirroring the flowing kelp here, but this is actually part of her cape. Okay, her cape is flowing and swirling like in here in the really rich kelp forest. And so there's movement. There's not this stagnancy. There's movement, and that's kind of like us, whether we're in the light or the dark. There's always going to be some sort of swirling movement, energy that's flowing, and at least that's what we should experience, so that things don't get stuck, right? And I've talked about this before, like things need to keep moving. Okay, keep circulating, keep moving. It's okay to rest, but like you still need to have energy, still needs to be flowing in and out of you. You need to breathe in the energy and exhale the energy, and it still needs to be that natural balance of inhale, exhale. So it doesn't completely stop, right? And I'm talking not just like the breath, I'm talking about the energy of just all the energy that comes through you. Okay? All right, so the high priestess is like doing like creating the magic, creating the, under the light of the moon, which I'm going to say is representing truth. The high priestess is doing this magic within herself, and is I don't know, maybe I don't know if these are the same or like these are her helpers and they're giving this mermaid the whisperings. I kind of think that we're both of these, like we have moments where we're in this energy of the high priestess and we're making the magic, and then we have these moments where we're sort of more in a different energy and we're receiving. So actually I do think this is like, I do think this is like we're seeing light and dark, giving and receiving. So we're seeing like some like opposites, but like the energies work together, and we're sometimes in this energy and we're sometimes in this energy, but like we need to have those energies working together. I keep coming back to all these themes all the time. Everything that I see and feel always comes back to integrating the light and the dark, rest and digest, and balance that with intuitive, inspired action, like everything in balance. I keep coming back to that all the time. I'm always getting those kinds of messages. Everything just needs to be so balanced. Let's see what it says about the high priestess. Okay. Let's see. In here. Okay. All right. The high priestess sees all, though sometimes that is just as much a curse as it is a blessing. As she works alone at her altar, she understands that magic always comes with a price. When you ask the sea for something, you must give something in return. What are you willing to give? Calypso knows that the less you give, the less you get in return. That big vision you hold deep inside of you will cost you and might even break you. Do you want it anyway? As the goddess works, she cares not about your fears, doubts, and concerns. She already sees that which you cannot. Be careful when you summon her, because she is going to expect you to have already read the terms of the deal and we'll be waiting for your payment. Gee, that sounds like Little Mermaid and Ursula, right? Okay, when the high priestess shows up in your reading, you can be assured the universe knows all your thoughts, feelings, dreams, goals, and fears. There is no hiding the truth from her, for she only deals with the energy of your soul. Don't expect her to tell you anything at all, however. She may see all, but she knows experience speaks louder than words. Okay, that's true. That experience does speak louder than words, and sometimes maybe that's why it feels like the heavens are silent. Like if you're a praying person, sometimes it feels like God is not answering you, right? Because a lot of times we do need to just experience things. And then other times we get the whisperings, the messages from God, from Source, to give us the little nudges and the little answers to steer us and to give us feedback, give us direction, give us hope, give us whatever it is that we need in the moment. So there, oftentimes we don't receive like really, really big messages, right? Most of the time it's these little tiny messages, little light, little pockets of light, inspiration that we receive from Source, from God, and not so much the big things, because like this card was saying, there's a lot we need to learn just from our experience. Okay, so I think this was long enough. I'm gonna end here because even though we pulled only 2 cards, I think there was a lot in there. So I'm gonna leave it at this, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and remember to listen to the little whisperings that come from within, and yeah, have a good day. Bye.